We say cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. You are the ideas man, and you bring dreams into reality.
If you don't know the cricket league really well, it's like a Abhimanyu Chak. We have worked with more than 23 cricketers. We have worked with more than 43 brands. We have been instrumental in 5 Premier Leagues. So we design and curate and give our concepts to the league.
As I remember, you are the person who brought league cricket to Bihar-Jharkhand.
So it's very simple. When you design a league, you need to take account of players who are playing for the state, players who are playing for the district, under 19s, under 16s, and we had players like Saurabh Tiwari, Shahbaz Nadeem, Varun Aaron, SP Gautam, all town players. Number one, they have got nothing to lose. So we designed the league on a 360-degree level. Chris Gayle had an arrhythmia in Melbourne.
ये तू क्रॉसबैट से कब मारने लगा बे? मस्ट वॉच मिड-विकेट स्टोरीज. ये क्रिकेट की वो बिहाइंड द सीन्स कहानियां, मैच के पीछे क्या होता है. तुमने कभी सोचा था you'll be so famous, you'll be coming to स्पंदन दिल से दिल टॉक्स? भर के गाली गलौज होता है.
I never. But I only realized today.
From a big podcaster to a small podcaster, I'm making the appeal. कड़कनाथ मुर्गा पालता है धोनी यार. ਅਸੀਂ ਪਟਨਾ ਹੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿ ਗਏ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਗਲੋਬਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ.
Please do a one district, one ground policy.
इधर से उधर.
So it was amazing.
He was perhaps the best. With Pakistan, यार, पाकिस्तान के साथ we love to hate them and we hate to love them. So we are both sons of gynecologists and obstetricians. So the idea took place in that sweet belly of yours, but it was post-term by 12 weeks. But the baby was born beautifully. One is Calypso, other is Bhangra.
No, I've always looked upon Sonny Gavaskar as being the godfather of Indian batsmanship.
Fantastic.
Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. And that has made the difference. दोस्तों, स्पंदन दिल से दिल टॉक्स पर आपका फिर से स्वागत है. कहानियाँ सुनना सुनाना, बस यही तो हमारा काम है. कुछ आवाज़ें होती हैं जो बिना शोर के सुनाई देती हैं. कुछ चेहरे होते हैं जो पर्दे के पीछे रहकर जीवन में, समाज में बदलाव लाते हैं. There are some change makers who prefer to stay behind the scenes. In this world of social media, where there's a cacophony, there are loud voices and images surrounding us, there are some people who take the less beaten path. ज़िंदगी के उस दौराहे पर जो रास्ता कम ट्रैवल किया गया हो, अनजान राहों पर चलते हैं, लेकिन दुनिया बदल डालते हैं. घिसी पिटी राहों पर चलना तो बहुत आसान है. लेट मी इंट्रोड्यूस यू टू आवर स्पेशल गेस्ट टुडे, माई चाइल्डहुड चड्डी बड्डी, क्लास फ्रेंड, family friend, and he took the path less traveled, and he has changed the face of international cricket sports management and branding as we know it. Nishu, welcome on my show. How are you, brother?
Thank you.
Kaisa bhai?
Thanks, Anurag. Let me first congratulate you. Spandan, as you say, Dil talks. This looks to be an amazing platform and doing something wonderful.
We're just trying something out.
No, lovely it is. And, I'm really glad to be here.
How long has it been? More than 3 decades.
It is almost 3 decades.
यार हम लोग बुढ़े हो गए नहीं? It's been a life journey in
yes,
parallel.
Yes.
और हमारे जीवन समानांतर चलते रही.
Yeah.
We both, for our viewers' benefit, I think you can fill in the details. We both come from doctor families.
We've almost grown together over the years, and
Our parents were friends and colleagues. And up to a point of time, we both wanted to be doctors. I took the path more traveled, the beaten path, and became a lowly doctor. And you took the divergent path.
so he always wanted me to be a doctor. My father was always behind me to become a doctor. I could not, That's it.
Should I say that I have spent more time after our schooling when we departed, say 3 decades ago, with uncle and auntie
Yeah. I'm
in
sure.
our OT when I was working with mom
Yeah.
than you personally. And it's so sad that in parallel our life journey, we ultimately lost both of them, both you and I. So friend, how have the years treated you? Kahan tha? What were you doing all those years?
No, fantastic. Life has been a roller coaster. Life has been very rewarding. When I go back to my journey, just to think of starting a sports management was a big challenge.
थोड़ा सा तू fast forward जा रहा है. But take us through the years when you decided to go into this unconventional field.
So the journey to begin with what I was doing and what I wanted to do there was a big gap because my life was, until when I went to the UK for my MBA, it was different. And then when you think of starting your own business as an entrepreneur, was totally different. The reason being is, for us, we come from a family where doing your own business was never a part of it. I'm the only one in my entire family who has actually started to do your own business. Being self-employed was a taboo in our society.
Yeah, that was kind of looked down upon.
Yeah. So, but looking at a field which I'm into now, sports management was unheard of. If I still look into list of people working into sports marketing, those years were only 3 to 4.
When was that? Which year was that?
It was early 2000s. But advantage is I always had the bent of doing something different in terms of creating it differently, innovating it differently, and ideating it to the best.
But let me ask you, when you decided not to go for medical, whatever the story was, and you took up management, as you said, how did this idea enter your head? And prior to starting your own sports, like you are one of the pioneers in sports management, as I know it, तो थोड़ी बहुत जासूसी मैंने तुम्हारी की है. So, but how did that idea come into your head, and what were you doing just prior to that? Take us through your early years of struggles, early challenges.
But let me tell you, cricket was always in our, not in our mind, but it was always in our breath, morning, evening, night.
In our DNA.
We used to play. We used to play cricket. We used to look at cricket. And there was my classmate called Rajiv Kumar, who was a very good cricketer from St. Michael's. And then, I was in that circuit. But someone who has really inspired me that we can look sports as a
Career
business, as a career, was Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Obviously, those were the very early days of Dhoni, rising from very beginning from Jharkhand, but he made a difference in a different level altogether. And we all have become into awe of it because he was actually different. But at the same time, when you look at Dhoni's journey, it was a wonderful journey, but his earlier years were very strugglesome, But I still say he was a Destiny's Child. And I will just narrate you one story before we go into the start of elite sports management. There was a yoga teacher way back in early 2000s who came to Jharkhand, and he gave a piece of paper to all the cricketers saying that, what do you want to become tomorrow? So all these, the cricketers wrote on the paper, I want to play for India, I want to do this, I want to go world and all those things. But only one guy wrote on that paper which had a lot of meaning. He wrote, I want to win matches for India. Someone whose vision is so clear, it is not easy.
From the beginning, Dhoni has been a winner all the way. So tell us more about the Dhoni story. The magical phenomenon called MS Dhoni. We are so proud of him.
Yeah.
And ultimately he has decided to hang up his boot. Is it so?
It has been a long time now.
Yeah.
He's only playing IPL. He's only playing to his own team. Chennai has been, over the years they have been very close. So he's just, because, until last year, we all thought if the stadiums are not seen yellow, the visibility, the viewership of IPL would never happen.
The Dhoni names fills the stadium with ocean of yellow, isn't it?
It is. It is irrespective of which stadium you're going to. Going to Calcutta, it becomes yellow. You go to Ahmedabad, it's yellow. Bombay, it's yellow. So that is the power of.
So tell us about your personal association with MS Dhoni.
Dhoni was very close to us during those days. So there were youngsters from the Jharkhand team who were very close to us. And as I used to live in Delhi, and it was the center of all the places. So we used to meet quite often. So I've seen that journey right from where it started in Ranchi to Jharkhand, to the Indian team, and to the place where he was actually calling shots, became the captain.
Tell us about the moment when you actually came in close association with him on a professional level. Was it that?
So, not really the professional level, because I was helping him out in a few things.
How so?
But then,
How so?
So it was all new contracts which was coming to him, and he was already signed up with some company in Calcutta. But we used to be there, and any kind of.
So you were more in an advisory role, or were you managing him?
No. We were more in the advisory role. We used to just advise what is happening with them, in terms of the brands, in terms
You have
of
any interesting anecdote personally to share with us about MS Dhoni?
he used to go to the dhabas and eat those chickens.
He was a wild boy then,
He
wasn't
was,
he?
he was,
The macho guy with the
he
long
was
hair and the bikes.
Exactly. His love for bikes, his love for dogs, his love for good dhaba food was always there. You know.
All those are legends of the Dhoni,
Yeah.
cult personality.
Yeah,
Is
and then he chose to keep those long hairs, which almost took up as the fashion statement.
I've seen his house in Mekon Colony where he used to stay.
Yeah, Mekon was first, and then he moved to another house on that main road, and then now he has got a farmhouse in Ranchi, and
कड़कनाथ
he
मुर्गा
spends- he
कड़कनाथ
spends-
मुर्गा पालता है धोनी मुझे मालूम है.
yeah, and he spends a lot of time in the stadium because you cannot take cricket out of Dhoni.
That's so true. But tell us about how you actually entered into sports management. When did you decide to take it up as a full-time career?
So it's a very personal journey of the life. My father was not well at one point of time where I was yes, Dr. Shankareshwar Dayal. He was a doctor in Patna. My mother, Dr. Rita Dayal, was also there, and I was getting a very good offer because once I did my MBA from the UK, I had some very good offer to work in the UK.
I'm sure.
But my father was diagnosed with lung cancer, and then being a family man all my life, I chose to come back to Patna.
When was that?
It was year 2001-2, and I came back to Patna. I was with my father, and then we lost him. And he was one of those very dynamic characters I have seen in my life. I have been copying everything from him, all my life, right from hairstyle to the way he walks, the way he talks, and he has been one of those.
He had a
motivators.
flair and a style of his own.
Yeah.
And I have worked with him at such close quarters when I was doing my early training years, and I
Right.
used to work with my mother
Yeah.
in the OT. So we always used to idolize
to,
him in a way.
yeah.
I believe you have a foundation in your father's name as an eulogy to him, and you're doing some amazing work. Tell us briefly about that.
So I lost my father in 2003. 2006, we just thought that let me try and start up a foundation which does a lot of different things and give back to society and the thoughts my father always used to have. So we started with distributing cricket kits to the cricketers who had talents but didn't have resources. Then now at this point of time, we have got an orphanage which has got 59 kits.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
We distribute sewing machines to the widows. We also support a lot of people in congenital heart disease operation.
Is that so?
The kids. So that is now I'm telling you, this is my kick of life. And in orphanage, I celebrate each kid's birthday with full crepe, balloons, cakes, everything else, because I just think that the more I celebrate the birthday of each kid, I'm celebrating my father's birthday.
I'm so touched by the story of yours. I also tend to contribute in my own small way, being a philanthropist, but tend not to speak about it. So how did you get into the thick of things about sports management?
Yeah. So
Take us through that journey.
So we had a very brief idea of what sports management is, but I could learn it much quicker, that we can actually do something very different into it. My education from the UK really helped me out because I did in international marketing. So that clubbed all my ideas of your education to your work, what you want to do into sports. And we picked up stadiums, branding, we picked up cricketers. So player management is one of those areas where we picked up, and all the small cricketers, we signed them. We used to support them, help them in terms of right from cricket kits to where should they be playing and all those things.
So it's safe to say that you had humble beginnings to start with. But when did you make your first big contract?
So when I started sports management, I realized much early that I can actually work into 4 different verticals than just sticking to one. So the player management was really interesting because you can support a lot of cricketers, and you know what cricketers are there today. And I was also working with a few brands, and I used to consult the brands in terms of where should they put money to sports arena.
Can you name a few
Yeah,
memorable brands?
they were like
you
they were
work
like
with?
Videocon. We have worked very closely during those times. Hero, we have worked very closely those times. So we were used to just help them get branded in different stadiums, different arenas, and it worked very well. So we used to ideate different events with sports as the central of it, and it worked out really well. Because it was earlier years, you don't actually understand how it goes. One of the stadiums, I still remember that normally you'll see a very random branding. People come with paint and just paint on the perimeter board.
That's the olden days, yeah.
Very old days, and
Yeah.
and it was a very unstructured kind of in-stadium branding. People will come, pay you money. There's a painter sitting. He'll just paint
we
one full brand.
segue a little bit into the history. Far as I remember, my memory serves me, and I'm also an avid follower of cricketer like everyone else. Cricket. It all began way back in '83, when India won the first World Cup. That's when the first brand endorsement and Kapil Dajawabni and those ads, you remember, you used to see on Doordarshan. And henceforth, how has the advertising world and the branding world changed in cricket? Because you have been through it all since the very beginning. You're one of the pioneers of sports advertising in India, as I understand.
So I will tell you, the branding masters of the world. It's England. Undoubtedly, they were the kings. Still, their branding phenomena is to a different level, because they have defined what in stadia cricket brand association is actually. And we are really humbled to say that Englishmen in their times have shown all the good things to us. Simple as that.
So they were the path leaders. So to
They
say.
have always been the trendsetters.
Trendsetters.
They set the best, and so the first time in the world you have ever heard of Prudential World Cup. So Prudential is nothing but a brand. Until late, people didn't know what is Prudential.
83 World Cup, yeah.
All the World Cups were all Prudential World
Sure,
Cup. Prudential
up
is
to
the
that
insurance
point.
company. So basically,
Yeah.
insurance companies, they needed an area where they should be known everywhere, and it became a Prudential World Cup.
It's true.
Replicating the whole system, we did in '87 Reliance World
Reliance
Cup.
World Cup.
So Reliance, Dhirubhai Ambani to its top during that time. Indira Gandhi's after the Indira Gandhi's demise, it was Rajiv Gandhi who became the prime minister, and obviously the government is always in toto with the board, the cricket board, the BCCI, and we did the World Cup, and it was one of the most fancied World Cup in 1987 what we had as Reliance Cup, and
The cup we should have won.
Yeah, I totally agree. So obviously, if we talk about that particular '87 World Cup, we can think of Chetan Sharma hat trick and Navjot Singh Sidhu, dancing down the wicket and hitting sixes. So a small journey of Navjot Singh Sidhu from a disaster to success Sidhu. That's it.
He almost lost his career midway.
Yeah.
So coming forward, how do you see the evolution? First, explain about your company structure, as I would really like to understand it. See, at Spandan Dil Se Dil Talks, no, we, through your stories, esteemed guests like yours, we want to understand things. We connect our vibrations and our collective thoughts and wisdoms. So take us on this journey of elite sports and whatever else you have done.
So I'm telling you, it's very simple. Now, when it comes to elite sports management, now sitting after more than 2 decades, we are very clear. We have worked with more than 23 cricketers. We have worked with more than 43 brands. We have been instrumental in 5 Premier Leagues. So we design and curate and give our concepts to the league.
As I remember, you are the person who brought league cricket to Bihar and Jharkhand.
Yeah, we were the first one who did the first domestic Premier League of the country. We did the first domestic league of the country, which was live telecast on a global sports channel for all 7 days, and it was Jharkhand Premier League.
10 sports was it?
It was 10 sports in 2010-11, and during that time we had players like Saurabh Tiwari, Shahbaz Nadeem, Varun Aaron, uh, SP Gautam, all these guys came out of that league. So the whole idea of a cricket league is even a small player from a small village who gets a chance to play in that platform and doing well, they're live on the TV. Everyone watches him. If the guy really hits well,
And this inspires a whole generation of newcomers.
yeah.
Doesn't
And
it?
then you set a trend. People will aspire to play for the league, the state league, because the recognition is very high.
Far as I see it, Nishant, earlier when India started playing in 1932, cricket used to be the privilege of a few families, prominent people, Bada Sahib, Nawabs, and I'll not name people. But hasn't cricket and almost every other sport for that matter become completely egalitarian and democratized? These leagues, as I see it, it is power to the people. Truth be told,
But I will not say about the league. Let me just tell you, Anurag. Good that you have mentioned this. Let me tell you.
That's my
MS
perspective,
Dhoni,
yeah.
MS Dhoni came from a place called Ranchi. No one knew.
right.
RP Singh came from Raebareli. No one knew. Piyush Chawla came from Moradabad. No one knew. JP Yadav came from Bhopal, which was hardly known. And these guys made to the big teams. And then people understand that all these small town players, number one, they have got nothing to lose. Number two, when it comes to performance, they have got the biggest killer instinct.
They have the biggest
can
hearts.
just do it. And Dhoni, of all the players of the yesteryears, have proved that if a man wants to do something very big, nothing in the world can stop him.
So how did that setup of the league, and as you said, you curate leagues now,
Yeah.
playing at the big level, and more power to you. Tell us about that journey.
So it's very simple. When you design a league, you need to take account of players who are playing for the state, players who are playing for the district, under 19s, under 16s, and the representative players who the franchisee wants to bring. The power point of these leagues are the franchise who buy the teams, because the money comes from there. When you get the monies, the first thing you do is you can take a very good ground, very good stadium where the match can happen. Plus, you should have a very good television channel who should telecast them. When you are sorted with these two angles, the third thing is almost done, the structure of the league. So we design the league on a 360-degree level, right from franchise, player auction, live telecast, and the tournament. So it becomes,
We say cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am.
yeah,
Humans are sentient beings, no? We perceive. We have this thing in our cranium. You are the ideas man, and you bring, dreams into reality.
No, but let me tell you this also, Anurag, because you have mentioned, for a Jharkhand Premier League, it took me 1 year to structurize the league, 1 year to create the concept, 1 year to design it. And I used to be on the train, take my laptop out, and I used to think, put one by one, one point at a time, and then I used to go back to sleep. In my home, I used to get up at 2 in the morning, took my laptop out, put all the ideas together, that what can be, because see, if you don't know the cricket league really well, it's like a Abhimanyu Chakra. If you don't know how to come out, and if you get in, you'll be stuck. And I've realized people get stuck because you don't know how to come out. So it took a lot of time, lot of courage, lot of ideas, and lot of those critical thinking to make sure that league is run on a very, very uniform model.
So we are both sons of gynecologists and obstetricians. So the idea took place in that sweet belly of yours, but it was post-term by 12 weeks, beyond the gestation age. But the baby was born beautifully. I must give you that credit. Coming further in your journey, how does it differ managing an international cricketer vis-a-vis, say, a player from a tier 2, tier 3 city or from a village?
So let me come out of India. At one point of time, my thought was very simple. Let me try and manage these foreign cricketers, And the best example I have today is I've been working very closely with Chris Gayle. It has been now 16 years. And Chris has been one of those guys who is just so thoroughly professional.
How did that come about?
So we were in Bangalore. There was a match, RCB match, and then Chris was in the lobby, and then I thought, let me just have a chat with him. I had a chat with him. I told, okay, let's try and do something with you. And he just came to Bangalore from Calcutta, the RCB team, the Royal Challengers Bangalore team in the IPL. And we chat and we started, and till now we have done so many things. You and all the people who are glued to Spandan must know the smallest story about Chris Gayle. Till the age of 5, he did not have sleepers. Till the age of 8, there was no electricity at home. They used to get one plate of food which the entire family used to eat. With this background, this guy became the king of all Premier Leagues of the world. Someone who touched the level of 185 million of net worth is just not a joke. When I went to Chris's 100th Test match in Jamaica, I could feel that that country has got only two gods. One is Usain Bolt, second is Chris Gayle. So it's a big journey, and I think that I was very privileged that we were together over the years.
We talk about Jamaica in isolation, but I see it as Caribbean, the West Indies.
Yeah.
So there have been legends and giants of cricket from there. So Chris Gayle, I see your pictures and it fills my heart with pride and a little bit envy, I must say, because it is
So I will
almost
tell
like
you that-
touching divinity. So tell us about association with other prominent names.
I will take
that you-
20 more seconds and tell you about Caribbean.
Sure.
Guys, you must give 100 out of 100 to this country called Caribbean. The only game these guys, the 7 islands, play together is cricket. West Indies is the only team which plays cricket together with all the 7 islands. Otherwise, Jamaica, Trinidad, Antigua, Barbados, they're all different countries, different SIM cards, different islands. It takes time to go to each island. But then, if these guys join in to play one game together,
They become one
I'm
nation.
telling you, it's not a joke. One Viv Richards coming from Antigua, one Chris Gayle coming from Jamaica, one Bravo and Lara coming from Trinidad, playing a game together. Lara scoring a 400, Chris Gayle scoring a 100. Let me finish Chris Gayle's story. Chris Gayle had an arrhythmia in Melbourne. The whole team went to some other city to play the match. He was operated all alone, no one in the family, no one in the team in Melbourne. When he came back, played the first match, he scored 100. 3-3 against Sri Lanka. Now his record is only 2 players have scored so many 2 100s. That is Chris Gayle is one of them. We have got Virendra Sehwag. So Chris is one of those strong guys of the place. But then someone I like over all the cricketers I have been working so closely with is also Viv Richards. He is a pure legend. I'm telling you, someone who can hit 6 to Kapil Dev from one hand and score a 56 ball 100 in a test match is not a joke. So salute to Viv Richards.
Nishant, that was such an inspiring story you told us, and I'm sure you have a treasure chest of stories to share. But unfortunately, the format of a podcast doesn't allow us so much time, but we'll take it up further. The way I see it, we are practically middle-aged man. And I remember you used to play with a straight bat all along when you used to play cricket. But I'm noticing that you're playing some cross-bat shots to the mid-wicket. Now, what has been this change in your life? ये तू cross-bat से कब मारने लगा बे?
No. Your observation is amazing. Let me tell you. So now that
I saw that
we have-
series and I was amazed by the quality and the content.
yeah.
When did you start going into this media
So
kind of
I'll
thing?
tell you what happened is we saw all these years of so much cricket, and then came COVID, and then 3 years the cricket industry was very down. We were having cricket just for the heck of it.
Only televised matches.
Yeah, well, we all suffered. No people were allowed in the stadium and all those things. And then I thought, let's create something which has got a IP, an intellectual property. So this IP, and when we are trying to just look at it, my very very good friend who had got an experience in advertising and content writing for 23 years, Jaya Prasad. So we just thought, okay, let's try and curate this. And we curated something called Midwicket Stories. First episode in Sydney with Sunil Gavaskar and Alan Border
The
was
legends.
iconic. That too, also a day before the semi-finals of the World Cup, which made even more sense, And we did it in Sydney by the harbour, And it was not only iconic, but it was to a different level altogether. So we launched Midwicket with a very high level of people coming in, looking at it, and then it was all about.
It's a live show, I remember.
It was no. It's a recorded show, but people come and watch it. So we give some 10-15 tables. People
There's a live audience there.
live audience, yeah.
Yeah.
But we also record it. But
Yeah.
ultimately, all these things will go to to any platform, OTT or a YouTube, whatever, which will be a recorded 45-minute capsule.
मस्ट वॉच मिड विकेट स्टोरीज. ये क्रिकेट की वो बिहाइंड द सीन्स कहानियाँ, मैच के पीछे क्या होता है, क्रिकेटर्स के अपने पर्सपेक्टिव एंड ऑल लेजेंड्स ऑफ द गेम, एंड निशांत ब्रिंग्स इट टू रियलिटी. सो यू मस्ट वॉच दैट शो. भाई अपने बड़े पॉडकास्ट पर तुमने कभी सोचा था you'll be so famous, you'll be coming to Spandan Dil Se Dil Talks?
I never. But I only realized today.
From a big podcaster to a small podcaster, I'm making the
Yeah.
appeal. You must
No,
be
no.
thank me.
I've already thanked you.
We'll discuss our remuneration later. So coming to your, just continue.
So let me just tell you, Midwicket Stories is all about the conversation of the legends over the years. It has got a lot of sledgings, and Sunil
भर के गाली
Gavaskar.
गलौज होता है.
No,
Sledging.
no. Sledging is a very soft sledging, not what you want.
अच्छा,
is.
cricket being a gentleman's
It
sport.
is all about talking about this. But we have been very fortunate to have Sunil Gavaskar as the principal advisor of the show. So he comes up with amazing contribution to Midwicket Stories. Not only that, Sunil Gavaskar comes with some huge support and contribution to us. But Sunil Gavaskar, the best thing is his memory is elephant memory. He has got so many anecdotes to talk about, and he is a pure storyteller.
5 decades of cricket in him.
Yeah,
The legend.
Exactly.
I was also fortunate to share some space with him, and I received an award at his hands.
Amazing.
Way back. So it was a fanboy moment for me.
yeah.
And it's so good that you so much in touch with him. So about your mid-wicket stories, I saw other shows also. You have very interesting anecdotes to share from that, your experience.
No, first let me tell you who are the people who have already come on the show, featured on the show. The first one was the iconic pair of Sir Alan Border and Sunil Gavaskar. The second one was Sunil Gavaskar and Sir Viv Richards. Third one was Chris Gayle and Harbhajan Singh. The
Wow.
two duo was they can dance, they can talk, they can party, and that show was amazing.
One is Calypso, other is Bhangra.
Yeah, and then we had Sunil Gavaskar and Sir Jeffrey Boycott. Again, Boycott was the one guy who scored first 8,000 runs in Test cricket, and Sunil Gavaskar told Jeffrey Boycott in Delhi that give me 2 years, I will surpass your 8,000 runs, and he did it exactly in 2 years, which is a vision of a different level altogether. And then we did Sunil Gavaskar and Sir Ian Botham, who was amazing. Ian Botham has got some so brilliant contents, it's beyond explanation. Navjot Sidhu and Sanat Jayasuriya. Navjot Sidhu is a encyclopedia by himself. When he comes to talk, he can talk about anything.
The Siddhuisms, famous
Yeah.
Siddhuisms.
But amazing.
सिद्धू
With
पाजी की
him-
सिद्धुइज्म सब
Yeah,
जानते हैं.
yeah. With him, we had some amazing content. And last one we did was Zahir Khan and Matthew Hayden
On a personal note about Sidhu, I personally feel he should have stuck to his life around cricket and not gone into politics. Do you agree?
So I would leave it because he is someone who is made for all genres of life.
Man for all
Cricket,
seasons.
He can speak so well. He is good with Kapil Sharma show. He is amazing at the Geo TV. He is lovely with all the appearance he does, and he is just a brilliant motivator. When it comes to motivational talking, he is out of the world. So in Midwicket, the whole idea was we went all across the globe. We started with Australia, Dubai, Bangalore, Bombay, London.
So
Adelaide.
different cricketers, different audience, and different venues.
We match with the cricket tournaments or the cricket series we have across the world. wherever the team goes, we just fix one of
यार
those.
ਅਸੀਂ ਪਟਨਾ ਹੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿ ਗਏ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਗਲੋਬਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ
No. So Midwicket is one thing.
like when you drop names like these no these are legends
Yeah.
people of our generation know everything because we've seen it from the past well like you are literally roaming on hallowed grounds my friend among the who's of who of world cricket that's still a galaxy
Anurag, you've been a family to us all these years. Let me tell you, me and my father used to get up late night, 2 o'clock Indian time, to watch the game in West Indies. And we used to shout to the peak to make sure India scores enough boundaries to win a match. So we come from a cricket fanatism of that level.
it's a religion
And today, if I work into cricket, I always go back and think this, this is one thought which comes to me always, that me and my father were one of the biggest cricket fans ever, And obviously what you say today, I always go back to it. At one point of time, I was sitting in center with all the Indian team together, and I was saying, I'm just being privileged, blessed, blessing of my parents, and ऊपर वाले ने सब कुछ दे दिया.
छोटे में मैं एक बात पूछता हूँ to cut a long story short you had such a glorious career and it's still going on but till now in your rather not too insignificant career what has been the pinnacle your shining moment which you describe in your own words we really felt
See,
proud
You need to be. You should not say that you are visionary or not. Other people should look into it. Well, creating a league was never easy. It was very tough. And then, when you talk to a brand, when you give them a basic idea of how can they really become big with cricket as the platform, it is Byju's.
that is when you are consulting with brands
Yeah, it is Byju's. So Byju's, we got Byju's to cricket, let me tell you. So when we got Byju's to cricket, and then at one point of time, they were everywhere.
yeah
So, and I'm still telling you, I have not seen a smart person as Baiju Ravindran who is so crystal clear in his thoughts when it comes to
they had an astronomical rise
his understanding of cricket branding was just by the blink of the eye. It was amazing. But, everyone has got a different.
so other than Nishant Dayal here's the other ideas man
Yeah.
second only to you perhaps so coming forward in your journey where we are placed now back in our hometown where we shoot from how do you see your further journey ahead
So, as you said,
have you ever thought of hanging up the boots
my life is I'm on a retirement edge. I do only few things. I enjoy the rest of my life. Midwicket is one of those areas where you would like to spend some time, do some concrete thing. I consult a few brands in terms of sports. So I do.
which are the brands still in your kitty
So I'm doing with a few brands now. There's DTDC. Now we are doing something with the Bihar tourism as well. We have got a few brands in England as well. So we prefer to do small bits and pieces, then at my age I don't want to do any more running around, less running around and making more
but
impactful.
a bit running wouldn't do any harm to your health
No, not about that. It's all about how impactful should that be. That's it.
that's true so what are you doing in Bihar currently
So Bihar,
like we talked practically yesterday you left me with no choice I had no time to prepare about you
Yeah.
मैं कहा चल ऐसे ही बैठते हैं
it was a very informal. It was a very formal presentation as Bihar tourism for something into cricket, which I had come for, and then we spoke to you. I spoke to you on this, but largely what I see, Bihar has got enough potential for cricket. You've seen people like Vaibhav Suryavanshi who's doing fantastic.
yeah the wonder kid
a
na?
young kid, and then also there's a guy called Akash Deep who eventually plays for Bengal, current Indian team, but he's from Sasaram, Bihar. These guys are one of those guys who has got nothing to lose and they can just break all
And
the shackles.
especially, would you like to comment about that? What I've noticed, a welcome change, the new sports policy in Bihar, where they are building up stadiums in every village.
This idea to BCA sometime back that please do a one district, one ground policy.
Yes.
Because the more asset you have, the more people who plays good cricket will come up. The idea.
When we say metaphorically, let there be a level playing ground, So now we are leveling grounds to make more stadiums.
I'm sure these are all the signs of not only developing and growing, but reaching to astronomical levels.
So further in your career, as we are seated now, where do you see yourself in the next? What endeavors you have left in your heart? What challenges you want to surmount?
I would do more work for my foundation. That's what my idea is, and I would do only bits and pieces, making more impact in terms of what you give back to society. That's what my current aim is, and then cricket, something to do with innovating a few things here and there. I'm really happy with it, but I'm really contented. I want to do few things only.
There are
with
few
my age.
things which we talk behind the camera, but anything from your personal life, like how do you manage such a busy person? I just get fatigued thinking of the idea of you jet setting from here to there, idhar se udhar, never in one place. So how do you manage your me time? How do you manage?
That is the worst part. My travel is so much. I've got a daughter of 14 years, so now she needs more of me. I'm just trying to give more time, but I still find that those times are not as good for her, because obviously the cricket, the only problem is everyone wants to meet you, everyone wants to work with you. So in cricket is the only industry where the team does not work.
So everyone wants a piece of Nishant Dayal.
Yes, that's the problem. That's the biggest problem. People want to see you, personally to do anything with you. So the team, in terms of sports in cricket in India, because cricket is a religion in India, more than a religion in India. We have got enough gods in India. So we have seen that it is your own personal time is required. So your running around cannot be curtailed of the things you do.
I'll take you back to your mid-wicket again, where you can hit your shot. This is a very interesting anecdote, like your journey with Saurabh Tiwari. I believe he's been your protege, is it not?
Yeah, we had signed him at a very, very early age. And
That
we
was
have
one of the early success stories of elite sports, I
let
remember.
me just tell you, Saurabh Tiwari was one guy who could have played for India for 10 years,
Exceptional talent.
Amazing talent, left-hander, swag in that time, and brilliant player, played became the blue-eyed boy to Sachin Tendulkar in 2011, 10 IPL. Went to RCB, sold for 22.20 crores for 3 years to Royal Challengers Bangalore, and he was a great guy. Today, I'm also very proud that he is the secretary of the state association. He is the secretary of Jharkhand State Cricket Association, which is again a good moment for all of
So
us.
he has gone into cricket
Yeah,
administration.
which is good.
So your protege is following in your footsteps, is it so?
No, better actually. He has got powers of developing things in his own stride.
So if I were to name one Nishant Dayal 11 for India, what would be your preference of players?
Obviously, I've named everyone. Sunil Gavaskar, Sachin Tendulkar.
Let's start with the captain. This is your rapid fire boss.
So captain will be Dhoni, undoubtedly. Opening will be Sunil Gavaskar for sure. Sehwag, Tendulkar, Chris Gayle. We'll have Viv Richards. Bowler mein nothing can beat Wasim Akram, Waqar Yunus. These two were the best ones to support. Wicket keeper mein Dhoni himself is there as a captain. Then we'll have Harbhajan Singh is one guy I would want. We would want Murthaiya Muralidharan, again the best guys, And another fast bowler I really liked over the years, all-time favorite, which I cannot miss to name, is Richard Hadley, the legend. Upright action. I have not seen a bowler with such nice upright action. So this sums up the world.
My personal favorite would perhaps be Glenn McGrath.
Can be as well.
But you can agree to disagree. I saw you very proudly, very in your own swag and manner, very calmly presenting an award to Rohit Sharma, and that is like, yaar, apna banda sahi jagah pahunch gaya hai. I felt so, my chest swelled up with pride. Ki ab now Nishant has reached where. How was that moment?
No, my cricket fraternity was very good to me to give this opportunity to do this, and obviously when you give an award to an Indian who you know him very well,
A living legend.
and
no less.
and then it gives a it gives you a big satisfaction, and we all became very happy to. I became very happy to give an award to Rohit Sharma because it makes you full of pride.
Well, that day my chest swelled up almost to your size, if you could measure. So, I'll ask you something. You have to give quick responses. I'll just name a few names and you just give your immediate response. Sachin Tendulkar.
Master Blaster.
Sehwag.
Sehwag will be Destroyer.
Anil Kumble.
The Master Bowler.
Zahir Khan.
The Weapon.
Kapil Dev.
The All-Rounder.
Bumrah.
The pure talent. The best name you have taken of all is Bumrah. He is going to tomorrow. He is going to be the tomorrow if he is able to manage his injuries.
That's a
He's
bane.
the talent.
देखियो
He's the
पेस
talent.
बॉलर में ना because human body as a doctor I'm telling you it is not designed for pace bowling.
Yeah.
It's such an arduous task to do pace bowling at the speeds and be consistent about it. There's always a wear and tear.
I sometimes have got very good, conversation with Wasim Akram, and I always tell him, Wasim bhai, it was thrilling to see you bowling at their times. Although I would not say hate, but we used to dislike when you used to bowl to us. 5 steps, someone can bowl this impactful, and we call it a toe breaker.
Toe crusher.
Yeah. So it was amazing.
He was perhaps the best.
Yeah.
With Pakistan, Pakistan ke saath, we love to hate them and we hate to love them.
And let me also share this to the end of your podcast, that the time we have spent with Sunil Gavaskar has been amazing.
Phenomenal.
After every, we stay in a hotel, and our breakfast, you would not believe, Anurag, it goes till 5 hours. We will start with whatever thing to eat, and then the chit-chatting happens.
So every hour is a
never
decade.
finishes.
Every hour is a decade of cricket told in his own
Yes,
words.
and then the icing on the cake was when Vivrichas says that I treat Sunil Gavaskar as the godfather of Indian batsmanship, which was end of the story. I will share that video to you. I have especially recorded that video because it has come from no one else but himself, the great.
But that is your IP. But can we put it up on our channel?
Yeah, you can.
Copyright strike नहीं आनी चाहिए.
No.
No, I've always looked upon Sonny Gavaskar as being the godfather of Indian batsmanship.
Fantastic.
So as we are at the culmination end of our rather short but wonderful talk, mainly two friends just sitting and chatting to each other, would you like to share your personal experience? How has it been?
No, amazing. Anurag.
This is not my job.
Yeah. So I'm telling you do better when it's not your job, let me tell you. And you have done well.
I don't know whether to take it as a compliment or a criticism.
It depends on what you want to take it. Simple. I need to give it. So you've done fantastic.
It's not me alone, it's our team.
Yeah. So, thanks to all the team members. You guys have been doing fantastic. Spandan, as you say, they'll talks, and it has been an amazing concept. Anurag, let me congratulate you once more. It has been fantastic. People should subscribe it, like it, and obviously you should click the like button if you really like it. But then I'm sure more good people are going to come on a show, and then you'll rock it. It's better you're doing better than being a doctor.
But this is my mid-wicket.
Thank you.
Been a pleasure, buddy.
Thank you.
फिर मिलते हैं हम लोग.
Sure.
तो श्रोताओं और दर्शकों, our viewers and our listeners, I had a wonderful time talking to Nishant Dayal. He's our homegrown son of the soil hero, a behind the scenes guy. कुछ सुनी सुनाई कहानियाँ जिनके वो अनछुए आयाम, those untouched dimensions which we like to share, which we endeavor to share through our small platform called Spandan Dil Se Dil Talks, because it's all about connecting our hearts, our reverberations, our vibrations. तो हमसे जुड़े रहें और दिलों की धड़कनें साझा करते रहें.
Spandan Dil Says Dil Talks. It's an amazing platform. Please subscribe and like and look at all the videos. You will love it. Subscribe
Like.
and watch more and more.
Thank you so much.